Make sure the speakers are loud enough because it wasn't doing its jumpy thing. So let me know if you can hear me. Hi, Melissa. Oh, welcome to my world. I'm dreaming about it all the time too. Let's see. Hey, Russ. I just want to make sure everything is working all right because I had detached a bunch of this stuff to go to boot camp. And so I'm always nervous putting it back together again. Is it all going to work? But let's see. Hi, Lori. Thank you. Excellent. Hi, Shelly. Good morning, everybody. All right. Uh-oh. Am I missing a piece? I think I might have missed a piece. Good morning, everybody. We are going to work on the Legit Kits block of the month 6. It's insane to me that we're halfway through the block of the month and getting ready for the next block of the month. I don't know if everybody's seen it yet, but it's the iris. I think that they're doing blue first, and then they'll be coming out with the hazel after that. Good morning, everyone. Oh, Cheetah Sucker's in the house. Hey, Tamla and Nellie. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I've got, like, escaping curls. How is everybody doing? How was everybody's past couple of weeks? It's been so long. It was so fun going live on Wednesday night for my podcast because I hadn't talked to everybody in so long. So that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did that as a live. But gosh, it's been forever since I've sung with you all. So I'm super excited to get to work on the block of the month today. I need to change the thumbnail because I was moving so fast. I didn't do the picture of the block of month 6. So it's like, I think it's month 4 is the picture that's up there. Y'all will figure it out. Hi, Nadine. How are you doing today? All right, we're going to jump in. Oh, I do want to, I was going to do this. Hold on a second. When I go to this, I want to show you guys, look at how cute this is. This is one of the class kits that I'll be working on in the classes that I'll set up with. I have a couple of guilds that I'm going to be doing, like lectures and trunk shows and classes with already, and then a couple of quilt shops that I'm going to be working with as a Legit Kit certified instructor. And this is one of the blocks that it's a 1 block class. So this is for the materials $20 for the class, and it's called Bitto Flamingo, and it is so adorable. You may have seen it. Some folks have been working on it on their own social medias and everything, so you might have seen it before. But it's a class. It was a handout that they would give at shows. So as they were going, across the country, going to all the different shows, they would give this as a, kind of a good mid-range, dip your toe in the pool kind of FPP. And it's a really good class one because it's 1 block, and because it's 1 block, it kind of opens up the door for a lot of different ways to use it. I think if you do 2 and you make this into a bag, so adorable. So 1 on the front and 1 on the back, matching, or maybe change up the colors. I don't know. I just think it'd make a cute tote bag, and put the 1 block, 1 on each side. That's kind of my idea for what I might bring to a trunk show, to show different things that you can do with the different classes and pieces of just a Legit Kit, rather than the whole big old thing. Something that you can switch it up a little bit. I think it'd be fun. Hey, Donna and Linda. We got Linda Parsons and Linda Denton. I want to make sure I say hi to both of you separately. Good morning. All right, so I'm going to move the Bitto Flamingo, but that's a pretty one, and I'm looking forward to doing that in a class. And then I'm gonna set up a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of this ruler. I think, well, I'll probably need it with the pieces that we're using. This is, oh, let me switch it around. We made these ironing boards, that's the word I'm looking for, at Walnut Port at Quilting with Stephanie Stitches. If you haven't seen her, I would be surprised if you have not. But check out her channel. It's in the description below. But we made these at Walnut Port for her retreat, and I am excited to get to. This is the inaugural run for the little portable ironing board, where it's got these cute little feet on the bottom. Just a piece of wood, some foam. Just like I don't know, Pellon, like stable, soft and stable, is that what it is? That you would put like in a bag, and some ironing board fabric to reflect the heat back, because it doesn't have wool in it, so the ironing board fabric reflects the heat back. So I'm excited to use this today. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to move it to the side so that I can pull up the blocks we'll be working on today. And month 6 blocks, this is a piece that I believe I cut for one of these. I don't know where it goes, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But the month 6, we're moving into still some great greens, but now the deeper blues, the kind of like deep oceany blues. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and get to working. Oh, I might change my foot. I have a zipper foot on, and I don't think that is going to be conducive. Where'd my screwdriver go? There we go. Is anyone else working on anything today, or is everybody just hanging out on this Sunday? It's not raining today so far, but it is dreary here in Maryland. Alright, see, I had the little zipper foot. I don't know if you can see that in a smaller picture. Feels weird to be back at my machine. I haven't really sewn anything down here since I've been back. I haven't sewn anything down here since I've been back. I did, I'm working on testing. We're test sewers. Oh, there we go. For all of the instructors were selected to be the testers for the next pattern that's coming out, pattern 50. And I'm being super secretive about it because I have not yet heard the official word that we're allowed to show it on socials or really talk about it yet. So sorry to be very secretive, but I just became a certified instructor. I don't want to already do something that's going to get me in trouble. So I'm going to stay closed-lipped about everything until I'm absolutely told you can talk about that. Oh, so Socialite's nice. Oh, Donna is working on fabric-covered rope bowls. We did rope bowls at that same retreat, but they were they weren't fabric covered. They used variegated thread, so the color of the thread changed throughout the bowl. That was a lot of fun. I want to do a fabric covered one though, because I have plenty of 2.5-inch strips, plenty hanging around, plenty of scraps that I could do, make into 2.5-inch strips if I wanted to. And well, to be honest, I haven't done it before, so I'm assuming 2.5-inch strips is a good size piece to start with, to start wrapping the rope. Donna, you'll have to tell me if I'm on the right track with that. All right, I'm going to move my mouse so I don't mess anything up. And then I'm going to try to do this in a little bit of a chain piecing manner where I'm going to start with one, get it, the first couple pieces on, get it ironing, and then move to the second one and kind of like keep that like production line going. Okay, let's see. So pretty sure, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that extra piece that's floating around is not from this one. I'm so bad. I was cutting right before I went live, so wherever that extra piece is, we'll find it soon enough. Alright, let's make sure I've got this covered, because I know I did this one a little tight, because I like to live dangerously. Let's see. Okay, but it looks like it covers from there, so go ahead and flip this back. Bring this up far enough. And fold. Hello, base drop. Yeah, you're gonna like try to step on everything, aren't you? Not down here. Alright, just not on the block. Come on. he's gonna sit on something. Hey, Tangles ass, how's it going? You can cut 2.5-inch strips in half. Oh, okay, so you don't want that much fabric. You even less than that. Okay, cool. Good to know. I would have been struggling with 2.5-inch strips. Sir. You're gonna just hang out right there? You got an itch? Goofball. Alright, and I'm just making sure that how I have this guy lined up is correct. Bring that up a little bit more. Let's check it out in the light. Excellent. Okay, bye-bye. There goes base drop again. Hi, Sally. Yes, Shelly. Hey, Pat Boo. Thank you. Good to be back. It's weird to be sewing back down here again. I feel like all thumbs right now. It's alright though. Definitely don't want that high a stitch count. Stitch length rather. There we go. Alright. Woo! First time down here in 2 weeks. I will not be on live next Sunday. I'm actually going to visit my dad in North Carolina. I will be on Steven's retreat. I'm actually a presenter this retreat, the fall retreat, which is very exciting. Maybe shocking to hear that I will be giving a presentation on the essentials of FPP. I know, not shocking at all. But yeah, I will do that. So I'll be on his retreat live giving that presentation. But I'm hanging out at my dad's this coming up week. I will leave. I think I will leave Wednesday, and then hang out for a little bit and head back up. I'll be on the road Sunday, so that'll be fun. I'm going with my oldest, Lauren. We're gonna go. There's a couple of like wildlife things. Not exactly a zoo, not exactly an aquarium. I'm not sure. Lauren found it and I said, yeah, let's do it. And then I'm not really sure. Inconceivable! Yeah, exactly. Oh, I just watched that recently. I love that show, that movie. Lauren, were you going to tell me something about what we're going to see? It's a science center. It has animals, though.
It's a museum, aquarium, and zoo.
A museum, an aquarium, and a zoo. See, I knew enough about it. I knew it was going to be fun because I love animals, so that's cool. All right, first thing ironed on my new ironing board. Woohoo! So I'm going to pop a clapper on that over here. Let that get super flat, and then pull piece 2 and go forward. If you can hear, I'm guessing that's bass drop. Lauren just walked over there and scooped him up, and he is expressing his disinterest. All right, so this way. Gonna put a little pin down here just to hold this big piece, because I don't want lose my voice. I don't want the piece to shift, jiggle and wiggle while I'm trying to get piece 2 on. Have ample fabric covering both sides, so I know I'm good there. I want to make sure I've got enough at the top. I could probably pull it up a little bit, but I think we're just scooch it down a little because we have this extra seam allowance because it's the full page. So I'll do that just to make sure we have enough fabric to grab when we're adding pieces 3 and 4. Now we'll get 2. Not at all sure why I have Eye of the Tiger. Oh, I do know why I have Eye of the Tiger in my... Oh my goodness. I was setting up some pictures to show you guys, and one of the class presentation ones is... oh, I missed some things. Okay, Inconceivable. It's going great. I went to Pacific Quilt Festival. Oh, Tangles, that's awesome. Did you get a panel? Are you going to practice long arm quilting on the panel? I love it. Oh, there's nothing silly about getting the panel. They're gorgeous, and I think it's a really awesome way to practice long arm quilting. I still haven't. I need to quilt Sail Away and Mini Sculliver on the new Juki on Arnie because I have the table and I haven't gotten to do that yet. I have so many things that I need to do and not enough hours in the day. But yeah, quick project. That's good. Oh, I didn't get a new iron. This has been the little mini that I've used for a while now. Yeah, but having the ironing board over here, I don't know how you all would have seen that iron before. Yes. Eye of the Tiger. Okay, so I'm going to show you that because I was pulling up things to show you guys. And so this is one of the other one block class projects. I'm talking like you guys can see me in the camera, but you can't. but this is the Eye of the Tiger. So Eye of the Tiger and Bit of Flamingo are both blocks pulled straight from other quilt tops for legit kits. Like Bit of Flamingos is pulled out of legit flamingos. Eye of the Tiger is pulled out of the legit tiger. So they're one block pieces. And because it's a green eye, I love it. So that, but that's another one of the one block classes. So I had forgotten that I'd pulled that block up, and now I have the song "Eye of the Tiger" in my head. I love that Tangled Sass that you're gonna use them a panel for the practice. That's brilliant. It's really good. Was the scary creature in the locker in season 1? I don't think I've watched a whole season of Supernatural. Like, I watched season 1, I'm pretty sure. Watched bits and pieces of other seasons. Yeah, I don't think I don't think from season 1 I've watched a whole episode of Supernatural. Yeah, I don't think so. Ooh. All right, let's get this guy lined up correctly. Okay, Lulu, that sounds disgusting. You goober. That lines up good. Does it go? Yep. Oh no, the other piece has fallen. Alrighty. Ugh, I'm telling you, large pieces of fabric can be a pain in the tuchus. Let's do it this way. So this piece is laying down flat. And this piece, make sure we're covering. What TV shows are you guys watching? We just started watching Great British Baking Show again last night, the new season. So that's cool. They are all highly adorable. So it's going to be a good season because they all are the cutest things ever. Uh-oh. Oh, thread broke. One moment, please. Loosen up the tension. I'm glad I didn't get all the way to the end before I realized the thread broke. And I've been air sewing for the entire time. Ooh. Well, that was not a pretty cut. Alright, let's use scissors to do it then. Oh, let me see what Shelley said. Oh, Notre Dame one. Excellent. I have a tiger and the flamingo. People buy the kit and you teach one block to get them started. Uh, Actually, no, Shelly. You buy the one block so you're just purchasing the $20 block. You get all of the same instructions, the color instructions like you do for the block of the month. But it's just the one single block, and then you get a discount code for 10% off, for specific to the class for 10% off at Legit Kits, and you could get the full kit and you have one block already done, or you can get 10% off of a different kit. Like if you did the eye and you're like, the tiger's not really for me, you can get another kit and you can still get 10% off. You're not like, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, you're not committed. Thank you. You're not committed to getting the tiger because you did the Eye of the Tiger class. There's no like tying you to anything. You get to choose what you would want to use that 10% off coupon for. And yes, I absolutely have plans to do Legit Kit classes via Zoom where like I would cap it at like 20. It's just far easier to handle questions from. It's a big enough group to really get going, but small enough to be able to really answer questions one-on-one. But before we can do Zoom classes, we have to do a year's worth of in-person classes. So I won't be able to start Zoom classes until next October. Specific to Legit Kits, they very much encourage you having additional offerings in your portfolio. So I can do other FPP things. I can do for the Zoom retreat that I'm doing with Stephanie, I have created my own FPP pattern. It's very simple. It's my first FPP pattern, so it's a very beginner pattern, but also makes it really good for folks that are just starting off with FPP. Makes it very beginner for them as well. And they encourage you to do other things. Like one of our instructors, to be an instructor, she does Shannon Brinkley. I don't know if you maybe know about her. She does a thing called Scrappy Applique. It is stunningly gorgeous. Actually, Shannon's in Northern Virginia, which is not, it's just down the road. Well, I mean, my version of down the road is probably a little bit further than other people's versions. But, and so I thought it was really cool to hear that she's doing works with her projects, because I'd found out about her because she lives so close to me. So she offers those classes in her portfolio of offering, and so they don't like hold you back. One of the ladies that was there also does MJ Kinman, who I'd never heard of, but she does freezer paper FPP and these amazing gems and jewels and things like that. Gorgeous, so beautiful. But so she's allowed to, she's doing MJ Kinman and she's doing Legit Kits. So it's pretty cool. And you can, when you're proposing things to a shop, you show your whole portfolio. You don't have to just talk about Legit Kits. You can kind of mix it all in and everything, and make it work for you. Which is the fun part about being an independent contractor, where we can kind of tailor what we're going to be doing for any shop or a retreat center or a guild to what their customers want to see. So we're also not committed to just doing Legit Kits. So I think that's pretty cool. The purple glow, yes, it is part of the rave. I don't know if it's going to do the auto thing. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, there it goes. It's changing colors. Yes, I love it so very much. It's the small things that keep me motivated during the evening. Oh, okay, there it goes. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, the flashing might be too much for somebody, so I'm just going to go back to the lavender hue. What, if anything, did you take away from or change the way you do FEP after your visit with Legit Kits class? Melissa, hi Ingrid. Hey Darlene. Um, actually, the biggest thing that I learned is to trust yourself. Whatever feels comfortable to you, do that. And I'm happy with what I've learned to this point. The one thing that I did learn from a fellow new instructor, Becky, is when she's using regular printer paper, instead of just folding, like with I use the card, instead of folding, she'll use the back of her little snips. I'm trying to see if I have snips or like a Hera, like those, the bone thing. I don't have anything. Okay, these are like the forcip ones. Hold on a second, let me. She'll use not so much on the Legit Kits papers because they're pretty thin and you don't really have a issue with tearing, but she'll use the back of a pair of snips and she'll actually score the sew line on her papers rather than fold with just the like cardstock that I usually use. And in the testing of her saying that, it's actually easier to rip out the papers when you're using a thicker paper, like a regular printer paper. Regular printer paper isn't that much thicker than the Legit Kit stuff, but it is thicker. And doing her scoring method actually makes it easier to tear them out afterwards. So that's going to be something I recommend, because for me the big thing is use what you have, and the majority of people just have printer paper and they're going to print things out. If they do the digital patterns or other people's patterns, they're printing it out on just their regular paper. And the scoring the paper, it just kind of distresses it just enough to it still holds together. You still can sew on it. It holds together until you're ready to tear it out, but it does make it easier. So that was something I learned, and now I've added that to my toolkit of hints and tips and tricks, and I'll forever share that because Becky did that. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I was very happily surprised that out of the 8 of us that were there are the 2 instructors and 6 students to become certified instructors. Out of the 8 of us there, 4 of us knew about Acorn, the magic juice. But nobody had, aside from one of the instructors, nobody had been using it. And so that was like what I brought, and I was like, I love this stuff because I love basically to, when I'm ironing, I want my pieces to look like they came that way. Like they were always joined. So I love the super flat seams. So that's why I like the Acorn press and the clapper. And so I got to show that off and they were like, oh, that's incredible. That's really nice. It's super nice and flat. I love it so much. So that was cool that it wasn't such a shock, and I didn't have to like completely go through the whole history and explain all of it to almost everybody. Like folks had heard about it and now they've seen it in action and are on board with how amazing it is. So that was pretty cool. Hey Terry. Oh yeah, Russ, it is. It's just the strip, but I just got the 12-inch strip of the color changing. Um, like LED. That's all it is. It's just an LED strip. So and I got the it's just from Amazon. I can put a link in for it after today, just if anybody wants to see them. There were 12-inch ones. I think they came like 4 in the pack. So I could string more together if I wanted to, but the 12-inch fits perfect in the neck of Arnie. So I just have the one. I know. I really want to do the Zoom classes like now. But kind of my claim to fame, I was the only one, aside from Cranky Kangaroo, who does a lot of on Instagram but also has YouTube. But of the new instructors, I was like the social media diva. I was the only one that had a YouTube channel and was doing legit kits on YouTube. And because I was doing that, and because I've been, doing the BOM and showing how I'm doing my other kits and everything like that, that's when they really had to be like, we really need to think about this, because that's a whole nother group, a whole different community that we could be reaching. But they decided, yes, it is a whole nother group that we could be reaching, but because we're all brand new instructors, legitimately legit kit instructors now, they want to make sure that we are comfortable and have fine-tuned our process, and have done face-to-face before we jump into the Zoom realm. And kind of like to have seen enough things, like any issues that a student might have, to have seen it face to face and held it and had it in our hands. So if we run into that in a Zoom, it will be easier to identify what that is, without having the added advantage of being able to hold it and see it and, like, touch the fabric and pull it back and see what happened in the putting it all together. So while I am an impatient person and I want instant gratification and I want to be able to do the Zoom classes now, I do understand that it does make a lot of sense that if we are brought something in a Zoom class that we don't understand, that we're going to let somebody leave frustrated because they aren't able to fix it, and I don't want that to happen either. So I understand it. I will be patient. I will follow the rules and wait until next October. But then it's all hands on. We're going full Zoom retreats for legit kits, for sure. Okay, yep, Pat, I will put the link in for sure. Oh, you are not wrong. Tangled just said YouTube tutorial is a different skill set with its own learning curve. I was completely humbled. We had to do a teaching presentation, to show kind of the tips and tricks that we do with our own stuff, but also to learn and be given ideas on how to do the presentation. And I was nervous. I'm always nervous. I'm nervous before I go on stage with my improv troupe. I'm just nervous. So I was definitely nervous, but I kept telling myself, it's okay. You've done this on YouTube. You've got this. It's all good. And then I got in front of these 7 other women who 6 of them or 5 of them were there to do the same thing I was and learn and get this done. And 2 who've been doing it, who were absolutely like the mentors that we needed. And I felt like a baby deer trying to walk for the first time. I felt so clumsy. I was unsure of what I should be saying, and I'm looking in a camera. Let me do this so we can start seeing what I'm working on. I'm looking in a camera, but you guys aren't looking back at me, and I was a little bit, and even on with the troupe, like the lights are so bright, I can't actually see anybody out there looking back at me, and they were all looking at me, and it did something to me. I was so disappointed, in myself, because I'm hard on myself. So I was disappointed that it was such a weird experience for me. I definitely got in my head about it for sure, and was tougher on myself than I needed to be. The awesome thing, though, is that we all filled out like review forms afterwards to give. We handed them all in and gave them to everybody, and everything everybody wrote was so sweet and made me feel so much better. But I didn't get those until the next day, so I spent that day um, just beating myself up like a lunatic. So mad. Hi, Letitia. How are you? All right, so we're gonna get this guy ironed and move this guy to be ready. Ooh, sorry about that. I just hit the camera. My bad. All right. Oh, something I did change. I've started keeping the paper out of the way and then doing the acorn on just the 2 layers, but with the paper in the back, because it's faster than ironing it over. So I've streamlined a little bit. So it's more closely to traditional piecing where you're adding the acorn stuff. Um, and it's just a little bit quicker. Because before I was like pulling the fabric over and then putting the acorn on the part that had like 3 pieces of fabric to keep it away from the paper. But I found that this works and it's faster because see, boom, already ready. Put the clapper on, my so yeah clapper. Move this back over and move to the next piece, which is kiwi. This back. There we go. Oh man, Melissa, if you could have seen the office, I can't call it a warehouse, but the office of where where the magic happens, and all of the kits that they have kitted and ready to go, and all of the bolts of Kona solid. In love. It was a fairy tale. It was so nice to be there and see that and get spoiled by a tour. We'll trim first. I realize that I make crazy sounds when I'm pulling up the piece. Alrighty. Back and iron it with a little bit of acorn. Oh, I love that, Russ. Ingrid is doing that with the Labrador, but I'll let Ingrid talk about that. But it is such a nice idea as a tribute any one of the Animal Ones tribute quilt to your fur family. One, two, three. And shameless plug, if you're buying a kit, please feel free to use my affiliate link. Woohoo! But I do have an affiliate link, and it is in the chat below, and it would be very awesome because it does tell them that, you know, I am speaking about them in glowing terms, and that folks are excited about Legit Kits because of what they've learned and heard on my channel. So it's a win-win because it doesn't cost you anything. They don't add on to your price. Some people have thought that they add on to the consumer's price when they are using an affiliate link. Oh gosh, I would never recommend anything that had you do that. That's cuckoo. Hey, Jackie. I would never use an affiliate link that was charging me more money. No way. What are you up to today, Jackie? Alright, that one looks pretty good. I don't really need to trim that one. That worked out well. Fold all the paper back. No sewing, searching for a new dryer. Oh. Yeah. It was a dryer. We had to do that a couple years ago. Appliances. Unfun. I need to get I'm going to just do the whole combo thing. I'm going to get a new sink and garbage disposal combo. There we go. I didn't even look at what block numbers I'm working on. So A7 and B8. Nowhere near each other. That's alright. We were talking about the names, the 2-letter codes that Legit Kit uses. So the names of the fabric, like persimmon or whatever, sky blue, those are Kona colors, but the 2 color codes are Legit Kits, and started with Mike Odell, the guy who started Legit Kits, started with his Stormtrooper that he did that will never be, or most likely will never be, a pattern because of, you know, Disney. Trying to get Disney to approve anything is not easy. But that's where he started using those codes, and quickly realized as his company started to grow that most of these codes now don't make any sense. But we were able to figure out that there are half of the states have a Kona code, a 2-digit code for legit kits. Like Maryland has a Kentucky, so Oklahoma, so that's fun. But I like when I see ones like this, like UG, ugh. Ugh, makes me happy. That makes me laugh. Alright, now I gotta pull this back far enough so that I can actually see. Well, that's fine. It's fine. How does this line up? Like this? No. Let me iron this out a little bit. How did I have this? Oh, like that. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's how I had it. Just had to set it back up again. Let's make sure we got enough coverage down here. Yep. And we're good to go. Ooh, Sally, isn't it the most adorable? I love that Stay Spooky one that Fort Worth just did. Very adorable. I am I can't even say I'm behind. I never even got to start it because of getting everything ready to go for boot camp and everything. There was just too much. I couldn't even start it. But I did get the fabric kit, so I will be able to play catch up at some point. I just goofed. So what happens when you don't make sure your fabric is laying straight down is this. I had this curled when I was putting it on my the base of the sewing machine of Arnie. I flipped this second piece back, and so now I'm sewing here and I'm not picking up any fabric because there was no fabric to pick up. Don't do that. Double check. And I'm glad I stopped when I did, because I did peek and then I realized, oh, there's nothing there. Easy fix, all good, but something to be aware of so you don't make the same mistake. Now it's going to be fun to tear this because of the paper. I think I saw Ingrid put the legit kit link up there, so I really appreciate that, Ingrid. Thank you. Oh, while I'm fixing this, I don't know if everybody saw on Facebook, there was I think it was just a Facebook ad, but there was you're gonna see Cranky Kangaroo. She was one of the instructors for our instructor team. This block, this is called Mod Blocks that she's holding here, and it is currently on a special where you can download the pattern, digital download for free from Facebook. What I'll need to do is go back and grab that link. But if you wanted to start with something, and it was pretty well decided that there were colors we would have wanted to change in this. Most of the folks didn't like the pinks, the bright pink, or so much of the pink that was there, but I want to see it in like a monochromatic. I want to see it in grayscale. So that's my goal. I'm gonna do this pattern in ombre. So if you wanted to, that is an incredibly awesome deal to have that pattern download for free right now. If you're on Facebook, you can search for that. It's funny, it came out and I didn't even know about it, and I was like, I'm very skeptical of people, and I was like, nobody's really talked about that. I don't know how I feel about it, but I did verify that is really real, and it's a great opportunity to. This is one of the class that mod blocks is one of the class options. It's a 4-block option, and it is one of the ones that we're using for classes. When it comes in a full kit, it's a I think the fabric is, Ingrid, you said is it like $60? I can't remember. Hi, Patty. Bye, Linda. Gemstone colors would be really cool. But yeah, so that's going to be also a 4-block class option. One of the other class options, I've just got all kinds of pictures to show you guys, is this Hazy Hills, which is, this is one of the little flyers that I put together. This is generically, it doesn't have like a quilt shop or a guild or anything written on it, but that Hazy Hills West, that's one of the classes that is offered. That's also a 4-block class. So even the 1-blocks, nobody in the classes have finished any of those projects, but they are well on their way, and they have a super good understanding of how to put together the different pieces. With legit kits where when I'm showing them, they sometimes the pieces don't look like they're going to go together, but you use those magic white lines and everything runs smoothly and the block lines up correctly. So when you leave the class, you will have the confidence to be able to finish each project, the 1-blocks or the 4-blocks. Everybody loves the Hazy Hills, adores that 4-block, but it is certainly not a super easy beginner class, where the mod blocks, it does have some angles in it, but it's majority just straight line all the way through, putting those blocks together. It does have one section, or I think it's 2, in the blocks that are supposed to look like they're moving backwards. Some mitered corner where you're gonna sew. It shows you how to do it straight line, so like the one corner of the same color just goes straight, and then you sew the other one across it straight too. And then, so it shows you how to do that with the same color to make it look like it's mitered. And then it does have one section where you are sewing the triangles together to actually have the mitered corner. So it's a really good beginner one. You know, I just particularly would like to see it in some different colors. And because they're doing it as a free download, it that makes it super, because you can just use your scraps if you have scrap solids, so you don't have to worry about directional stuff, or if you're comfortable with directional fabrics, you can just use your scraps, which is so fun. So it was pretty cool marketing deal that they did to do that. Pretty fun. Even though at first I was like, I don't trust it. I just don't trust most people. Alright. Alright. So let's make sure. Make sure we're keeping this block of color down. Maybe if I do it this way in my machine, oh yeah, that way I can make sure the tail is down. Hi Kelly. Let's see, gemstone colors. Oh, you're good. You had to work a bit. Melissa, what would you be your go-to for a total beginner? Okay, so there are some schools of thought that some of the larger ones, like Sail Away, is a really good example. Because so many of the blocks are just a couple of pieces of fabric. And while I do agree with that there are many blocks that are just a couple of pieces of fabric, Sail Away is 64 blocks. And to me, making that and dealing with all of those blocks and putting those seams together, even doing it in quads, and then you have just the one long seam, it was still a monster to maneuver. And for me, I felt like that was not as beginner friendly as it could have been, where Mini Sculliver, there were enough blocks that were fewer pieces of fabric to get comfortable with what Legit Kits is asking you to do. You know, you're sewing straight lines, so they're, you know, helping you focus on the fact that you're just sewing straight lines, and helps you line up the fabric, and so that you're comfortable with the sewing the fabric on and flipping it and making sure you have the coverage. There are enough blocks in Mini Sculliver to get you comfortable like that, and then enough blocks in Mini Sculliver to start to challenge yourself and get you, working on tinier piecing. And you will quickly find out that the smaller pieces aren't harder, just smaller, and also a lot more easy. I think a lot easier to handle, because they're not flopping all over the place. Like I flipped that one piece over because it was a bigger piece. So to me, for what I would suggest is something in the two circle range, the 2 dot range, in the 16 to 20 block realm. Little Hummer has been a really popular one for beginners. That's a good one to look at. Just the larger ones. I mean, Color Vortex would be my ideal, but it is only block of the month. So there's that. If you didn't get the block of the month, then you're not able to get Color Vortex. That would always be my first go-to, even with it being, it's gonna be a 64 block, but it's 64 blocks of easy, where Sail Away is 64 blocks of mostly easy, but some pains in the tuchus, and then you're dealing with the huge size. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. What would be, okay, Ingrid, the link is coming up with an error. Oh no! Terry, I do have an add a quarter ruler. I am 1,000% the gadget gal. I have an add a quarter. I have an added eighth. I have them in. I have the pink and the yellow and yeah. I've got the add a quarters. But when you're a beginner and you don't have access to, or you're not even sure that you're gonna enjoy doing this. I am a big proponent for use what you have, and every quilter, if you've been doing it for any length of time, not just a beginner, because even the Cricut ruler that I used when I first started had a 1/4 inch, but most folks have some kind of ruler that has the 1/4 inch to use, and if I don't have to scare away beginners by, oh, you have to have these things, I don't want to scare away beginners. So I like to show how to do it with just what's on hand. And we, as sewers and quilters, have 1/4 inch rulers on hand. And so there you go, nice and easy. You've got it, use it. You don't have to have the specialty thing. Do I enjoy the specialty things? 1,000%. But to be honest, if I was going to recommend, oh, definitely get these things, add a 1/4 ruler wouldn't be at the top of my list. It just wouldn't be. Yeah, it's a nice have, but I don't think it's a must have. So, sorry if you love your add a quarter. I like it. I just don't reach for it. I am very much opposed to what most folks call unitaskers. So the add a quarters only do one thing, and if that's all they do, and I have to search for it because it's not. Oh, there's a stink bug in the house. The cats are going to get it, or the dogs are going to get it. Yeah, I always have one, like a ruler like this on my table. I don't always have the add a quarter because I can't use it with traditional piecing as easily. And so I use what I have on hand. Did I miss somebody? Hey, Katie! Oh, thanks for saying hi, oh, there we go. Hello, everyone. There we go. Now I see it. Oh, thanks for reposting.
Yeah.
Oh, the muscle car would probably be good too. I haven't done that one. I got the Hornet to do for my son. Didn't get them, like, none of, we're not really car people, I guess. Yeah, you could totally just use scissors. Like, that is definitely one of those personal preference things. I'm like more anal. I like to have the clean cut of the 1/4 inch with my regular ruler, but I don't need it to be an add a quarter. I was asking, oh, you've accidentally bought an extra one. Yeah, I've got several of them hanging out. Can you tell me what name I can use with your channel name? Oh, I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry, Kate. I don't know. Tell me what name I can use with your channel name. There we go. All right, so successfully kept that piece laid down. Thank goodness for this green, because I was cutting it close with that. Is it cyan? How do you pronounce that color? I think it's cyan. Bless you. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ingrid was a tester for Muscle Car. Has some harder blocks. If you started with the easy blocks and worked your way to the harder ones, it might be a good choice. Awesome. I don't do the whole ASMR stuff, like I've just never gotten into that, but I do enjoy the sounds of a rotary cutter. Like on Donna Jordan's channel. I do enjoy those sounds. Oh, Pat saying hi to Katie too. Oh, thanks Ingrid putting the things up. For sure, Katie. And her name is Shannon. Oh yeah, thanks Helly. Oh yeah, Shannon. All right. Y'all should have seen right before I went live, I had to clean this little iron because I'd gotten some spray starch that had got into on the sides and everything and kind of on the bottom. And it was gross, and I was cleaning it, and I was almost positive I was going to set off the fire alarm because it smoked so much. I used this fun stuff, Magic Iron Cleaner, removes residue, safe for most irons. And yeah, it was smoking. Oh great, gonna set the fire alarm off right before I go live. That would be typically me. Right. Let's go. On. Next piece for this guy. Okay, I'm working on month 6 of the Color Vortex block of the month. Oh yeah, thanks Pat. Oh, I know, I think, and I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, I need to check my book, because I know I have Tangle Zest's name in here somewhere. And I kept saying Tangle Zest because I couldn't remember. I have the names written down somewhere. Do I? Do I not have Tangle Zest written down? Tangle Zest, I might not have your name written down. Or at least it's not on this first page. Because I remember my second live, I started writing down everybody's names so I could remember. Because it's so much fun how many folks come out and support. I love it. It's incredible. But I do want to be able to, say hello to people, and having their names on hand helps. Oh, you do too, Kelly. Yes! See? Woo! Hey, so Terry. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Next is this big old QC piece. This guy again. Oh, if you guys don't know, I will show, since it was being talked about and asked about, I will pull them out. These are the add a quarter rulers that we were talking about. There's the add a quarter plus, it's the longer one. And then the regular, oh, why are they, oh, I thought the plus was the bigger one. All right, well, I'm a dork. Apparently I didn't know what I was talking about. I thought plus was longer, but the short one has add a quarter plus on it too. So, my apologies. I thought I knew what I was talking about. But they are, let me see if you can see. The add a quarters, add a eighth does not do this, but the add a quarters is a really fine, not sharp by any means whatsoever, but it's a fine edge, and you can use that to do like the line it up and find the sew line so that you're like scoring it basically to add the next one on. And then this side has a lip that I know you're probably not going to be able to see. It has a lip, and you butt that lip, which is a 1/4 inch, up against your paper, and then you can trim and have your 1/4 inch ready to go. Not cut that piece. Just right from this ruler. So rather than lining up, say, this little guy to catch what I missed. Oh, I didn't miss anything. Well, anyway, rather than lining up the 1/4 inch from a regular ruler like this, you butt this up against your paper, and you've got your 1/4 inch seam allowance ready to add the next piece to it. So that's a 1/4 inch. But again, it is a specialty ruler used for FPP, and it's a nice to have. It is not a must have. So if you're just starting off and you don't have them, and they're not inexpensive, you don't have to feel like you have to have them. But they're fun to have on hand if you do like them. Woohoo! The outer 1/4 plus is wider. Oh, okay. Oh, Patty instead of just Pat. Okay, thank you, Patty. Does the shorter one not have the beveled edge? Yeah, the shorter one has the beveled edge too. So, is there just an add a quarter that doesn't have the beveled edge, and I just have the ones that do? Because I know the add a eighth does not have the beveled edge. That I have, it's green. It doesn't have it. There we go. Now we're getting names straight. I love it. Okay. Where does this guy line up? Oh, this way. That way? No, not that way. It was right the first time. This is, I will forever have a challenge with the mirror image thing. Which is why I love the field test, to make sure I've got it in the right spot. Going across, yep. And I need to pull this up this way. So when it starts to get dark, because I'm using the blues, I use the feel test to make sure that I can feel the fabric over the line that I need to ensure I'm covering. And then I know I'm safe to go. Oh, hey, Katie, I don't know if I would necessarily be on other folks' channels soliciting people to join you on Facebook. Not necessarily proper etiquette, I guess. If you had a Facebook group and it was something I was a part of and I was telling people about it, totally kosher, and then you could talk about it. But just kind of soliciting that isn't. I don't know. Not a good look, I guess. I just want to make sure that folks that are here watching don't feel obligated to do something. I know that you're asking it as a question. I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. Yeah, absolutely. As an advice question when you're doing your lives and stuff, or on your pre-recorded stuff, but just for me, I would say I don't prefer that. Oh, where did I put that? There we go. I want you to be here, want you to talk and be excited and everything, but it's not something I would do. Ooh, Diana, watching from Bermuda. That's awesome. Oh, I do think. I went away for boot camp and Stephanie went away for the So Yeah retreat, and we haven't even touched base about how many folks signed up for the retreat. But we're sewing tonight the cotton cuts. I think it's Village Green tonight. Pretty sure it's Village Green tonight. So we'll have to touch base about that tonight when we're sewing up that piece. All right, hang that up. My own voice in my ear. It is Village Green tonight. Okay, good. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you keeping me straight. I'm like, what? I don't remember. I know that everyone got together to sew while I was at the boot camp, but I couldn't remember if that was Carnival or if that was Village Green. It's all starting to run together. strip left for this one. Okay, good. Thanks, Ingrid. Cute ironing board. Thank you. We just made those at the Walnut Port Retreat. Oh, I had my Facebook account hacked once, and I had to because I hadn't been on it in like so long. Had not been on it, and I don't really do much on it other than like talk to my aunts and uncles, basically. I found out that it had been hacked by my son texting me and saying, "Why did you just share like a porn site?" I was like, "Say what now?" So that's how I found out I'd been hacked. That's always a shocker. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Stephanie does have the tutorial. And it is a ton of fun. It was a good time. Oh, one more thing. One more thing I want to show before. What time is it? We got still half an hour. This is my all-time favorite picture right now. I'm sure there'll be other ones. But I got to take this in Oklahoma City with Mr. Mike Odell. He came to talk to us in the boot camp, and share like he talked to us about everything. It was so incredible. It was an honor to hear him tell his story and talk to us about all of the stuff that he'd done. And then we were out in the lobby of the hotel we were at taking pictures, and he took a picture with all of us. So now I feel super cool that I have a picture with Mike. Oop, what did I just do? Oh. Here we go. That's for this one, and that's for this one. Yeah, that was pretty cool. He's just a super chill dude. He would love to be able to quit his job and do this full time, which I think everybody would love to do that. Did you see? I'm like big cheesing because it was thankfully one of those. They always say, "Oh, never meet your heroes," but nope, he was a cool dude. It was super fun to meet him and to hear about the growth that they're having. Like, we went to what we're lovingly calling the factory, but it was really a small house. But they had started out in one location. Well, first of all, they started in one woman's home when they first started, and so he started Legit Kits in 2020. Like I started quilting in 2020, so I felt like, oh, look at that, we're all starting off at the same time. And they've grown. Legit Kits has grown just leaps and bounds every year over, month over month. And they are to the point where they're going to have to find a new spot again, a new space, because they're getting ready to launch their 50th kit, pattern and kit. And we got to see glimpses into what, 51, 52, 53, on is going to be. And the number of ideas that he has in his head is incredible. Legit Kits is going to be around for a while. and it is insanely exciting to have gotten to join when I did, because it's only going to gain in popularity. Like they have some retail things coming up. Again, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it all, but they have some relationships that have coming up. I don't know if you all know Dee from Pixel Quilts. They are working with her to kit her first kitted project. She does a lot, the Pixel Quilts of, like, she did the Queen, Queen Elizabeth. She did Post Malone. She did Billie Eilish. She did RBG. I think she did King Charles already. She's working on it, or she did King Charles. I can't remember which one. She's awesome. And so Legit Kits is working with her to kit up, and I'm allowed to talk about it because she posted about it on her channel. So it's like not a secret thing anymore. It's incredible, the things that they have coming up. And so everybody is going to know Legit Kits so soon. It's good stuff. Oh yes, cuddling with George. So sweet. Oh, the technology stuff is, it's like every day something new in the technology world comes up, Katie, to like vex us. I swear. Oh, so Patty, the newest block of the month is going to be the iris. Well, you're not on Facebook, you were just talking about, so you may not have seen it. It is a big old eyeball, and what's cool is there's going to be two color choices. There's the bluey green, and then the hazily green. So more like wheat colored. And what's cool is, like, David is a two-sided quilt. You have David front, full frontal, and you have David tush. And you put them together, and the form of his body matches. The irises are going to do the same. So you can put the hazel on the front and the blue green on the back, and the pupils will line up. So whichever way you flip it, it'll look the same. It's super cool, and I'm so excited about it. And that's supposed to, like, the sales for that is supposed to be in October. I'm not 100% sure if it will be or if it'll be in November. If they were supposed to be done getting it ready in October and the sales will happen in November. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely jumping on board with it, and it'll be a part of the routine to sew those here on Sundays too. No, that it might. I don't think it's on the website yet because it hasn't been released. Um, Patty, do you have Instagram? There might be a picture of it on Instagram. I don't think I have. Let me check. I'll check to see if I have a picture of it in here that I can pull up. Or at least one of them. I'm not sure which color I would have. I'm not sure how far back I'd have to go either. do, 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 do. On that one. Let's see. Yeah, I might not have a picture of it. No, I'm going back too far now. So I didn't have a picture of it. I apologize for that. Possibly on their Instagram page. Yeah, Legit BOM is the separate website where you'll sign up for it. That's Patty. That's the eye that I'm talking about. That's the new block of the month. Yeah. the iris. That's the new block of the month, is the eyeball. And then this guy was a teaser on their Facebook and probably Instagram too of an upcoming kit that's coming. So I think he's adorable. Got to see a little bit more of him at the shop. So I can share because this is the teaser that they shared on their site. It was fun. Yeah, the Vortex you would have gotten from legit BOM. That was the website to order from, which was still a Legit Kits website, but separate from the rest of their kits. Still an official Legit Kit site, so it's not like you're on something that you shouldn't be. It is a Legit Kit site. It's a legit site. Legit site. So satisfying getting the seam allowance cut off. Oh, you guys will have to tell me, because I was on Yvette's live this week. As I've been live, have you guys seen ads coming up? Oh, Kelly's working on the Sudoku quilt. Yes. Well, did I see the iris? What did we see? I think I saw the blue-green one, but not the hazel one. That's the one they're still working out the colors. Yeah, happening in lives now. I am not pleased with that. It is, harmonica, no, buddy. Come on. Go on. Because you don't, like when you're on a live, things are happening. Like live things are happening. And to throw a ad in during a live when things are happening, it is insane. And then when you come back, for what I was seeing when you would come back, and it happened like 3 or 4 times when I was on Yvette's live, you're behind, so you're not even like caught up. Which I guess the thought process on that is that you'll see what you missed, but what good does that do? Especially if like last night was Soya's raffle. If you're listening for your number to be called, and then they do an ad and you don't hear it, and you come back, and they've already moved on, what good is that? Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Oh, so annoying. That's pretty weird that they did that and didn't like talk to anybody about that, because there's a lot of things that are happening on lives that everybody needs to be on at the same time. I just think that was short-sighted. A short-sighted change. Yeah, and you gotta speed back up to catch up. I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming enough folks will have some things to say about it that'll it'll change. I would rather, like, when I hit 1,000, I would rather not get revenue during my live if that is they think they're helping me by opportunities to get revenue. I would gladly skip that during lives. Fairly good at listening to chipmunk voices. That's cute. I like that. Oh, it's almost time to wrap up. Wow. It went fast. I'm glad to be back at live, but again, gonna be not here, not in town on next week, on Sunday next week, which is the 22nd, I'm pretty sure, 22nd, right? I will be in Leland, North Carolina. But I'm pretty sure that'll be the last time I'm away, but I'm getting geared up. I'm getting ready for Vlogmas, which is going to be so much fun. And I've already written down all my ideas of what I'm going to do and share with you guys, and some projects that we're going to work on as a part of Vlogmas that I'll be doing on my lives in December. Fun things like Christmas stocking, using my AccuQuilt, which I'm excited to use, and ornaments and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to the Vlogmas festivities. I've heard it's hard, it's a lot, because it's a video a day that you have to think up, but I'm a crazy cuckoo, and I've already written out an entire outline of what I've got planned to do for that entire month. So I feel ready to go. I'm ready for it, which I feel like maybe insane hubris, and I might get smacked. The quilt gods may be like, you thought you were ready, and you're not. But we'll see. I'm still excited for it, whatever it sends to me. We're in the middle of the 4S collaboration, which is with Stephanie of Quilting with Stephanie Stitches, Sean of The Guy Who Sews, and Steven from Bland Designs and The Idiot Quilter. We're doing that. The FPP pattern that won was the Exhausted Octopus, which was fun. Shannon, the ads I've been seeing are in Greenland. There's no skip switch. Well, that's great. No, I am not getting any of the advent boxes. I know people love those advent boxes, but I've been highly disappointed with everyone that I've gotten. Bored is the word that I've gotten. So I just don't see that it's worth it to me. The stink bug is flying into everything. So I am not going to be purchasing any advent calendars. What I did do is do the table runner from Cotton Cuts. Yes. Cotton Cuts, not Crimson Tate, Cotton Cuts. Their table runner that they're doing. So I will be sharing the table runner during the Vlogmas activities, which that's going to be fun. That I will be sharing on a regular basis that month for the 25 days. I got the one that had, I don't know if you've seen it, if anybody's gone to look at it, but I got the one that had the hunter green in it, because that's as close to British racing green as I can usually get. So I'm excited about that. Oh, Sugary Dew, she's cool. I love her projects, her patterns. Oh, here's my legit kit True Up block. Where'd I put that guy? Oh, I think I brought it upstairs. Because that's where I'm working on the super secret tester pattern. Brought it upstairs. Oh well, I'll just do the old style of truing up my blocks. This does sound like a zipper. This rotary cutter for some reason. Makes me laugh. Don't you know why it sounds like that? Oh, what's the bot doing now? It will get people if they use too many emojis. It'll get people if they use too many exclamation marks. It's good for, like, if you do exclamation mark commands, or if you do exclamation mark Stephanie, exclamation mark Sean. It's great for those things, but sometimes it just gets really prudy and slaps people's wrists for just doing normal stuff. So there's block B8. Oh, I love those colors. And then I'm going to finish trimming up A7, and I think it will probably be just about time to go. Someone out there in app creation world is going to have to come up, take like the best things about Nightbot and the best things about OBS, which is the Streamlabs, and figure out a better virtual moderator. Because they both have really cool things, and then really annoying things. So someone's going to have to, like, figure out the next one that is, like, the love child of both of them. through and get those scraps out of that pile. But and there's A7. Oh, I like this color grouping down here. That's pretty. Excellent. All right, so 2 out of the 4 blocks done, which is, if I don't pre-sew them, that's pretty much been what we've done together. Is 2 out of the 4. We have too much fun talking to each other. Oh, who did an analogy? Oh, and stuff. The chat's going by super fast. Okay. Bot told me I had an error twice in a row on the post. Oh yeah, the bots are weird. So the legit kit that I'm working on now is the block of the month. So this was month 6. So we're halfway through, which is amazing. And so it'll be like 6 months of one, then the new one will come out, and so you'll do the last 6 months and the first 6 months of the blocks of the month at the same time. And yeah, that'll be like a good steady pace for blocks of the month. I like it a lot. The bots will get you. Too funny. Okay, so for the rest of this week, so tonight is Village Green over on Stephanie's channel, Quilting with Stephanie Stitches, which is available in the description box below. We'll be sewing that up tonight, which is awesome. I'm not sure which colorway I'm going to do tonight, but we'll see. And then Tuesday night is 2-color quilt challenge. It's the last. Nope. Yes. Yes. Ingrid, keep me honest. Is this Tuesday, the 2-color quilt challenge, or is it next week? Oh, I'm using my phone for a camera. I can't even look at my calendar. Probably this Tuesday is the 2-color quilt challenge, and it's the last. Yes, yeah. It's this Tuesday. The last of the winning blocks. So for this month, it will sew together the winning blocks, which that has not gone out yet because Stephanie just got back from Soya. So the patterns will come out as quickly as possible, but have not gone out yet. So don't think that you're missing anything. She was at the retreat, being able to be a retreater, and so we'll get those, before we sew together on Tuesday. And then I will be out of town, but I will do my podcast on Wednesday night for Thursday. I'm at Steven's virtual retreat on Saturday doing a presentation on essentials of FPP, which is super cool. I'm pretty sure that's full, but if you go, Steven's channel is also in the description box below. And you can grab his email from his channel. If you email him, if you wanted to see about getting on the wait list, because folks will join and sign up for it and then not be able to. It's free. It's a totally free retreat. You don't have to pay for anything at all. But folks will sign up for it because they want to be able to get in, and then things come up. Life happens. So folks from the wait list are always pulled in. If you want to go ahead and get on the wait list, you can absolutely do that. And that's Saturday. That's an all day, the meet and greet is Friday night, which is like an icebreaker kind of thing. The virtual doors open at like 7 a.m. on Saturday, and then it's like official 8:30 to 5:30 for the whole day. So there's other speakers, Shirley from Around To It, Pat, I can't remember Pat's last name. So there's three presenters that are going to be in during the day. I'm one of those. And then just like free sewing, talking about anything and everything you could possibly think of. We chat about during that day. And then I will miss my Sunday live because I will be on the road back home from seeing my dad. So I won't see you guys again until Wednesday night with another podcast. Steven is from Idiot Quilter, Bland Designs, and the Idiot Quilter. You might see Steven and Walter live, so chatty. He's uh-oh. Looks like my internet is being crazy. No, it's good? Okay. Alright. I hope it's good. It was spinning on my computer, so hopefully I'm still good. But Steven is a Canadian quilter. He's in Toronto, well, outside of Toronto. Super fun. Let's see, he started with Bland Designs and got into, he does a lot of 3D printing too. He's a man of many talents. Like, he has so many things. He does a lot of embroidery. If you have any questions about embroidery, he has seen it and done it and can help you through it for sure. He's a lot of fun. Oh, thank you, Ingrid, for putting that link in. That's awesome. Yeah, he's also you can do an exclamation mark Steven too as the commands for the Nightbot virtual moderator. All right. But I think that about wraps it up for today. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm again so excited to be back on lives and everything, and then I have to miss it again. But after next week, it's pretty much back to the regular routine. Then adding Vlogmas in. After we do the 2-color quilt challenge, which will show how we put it all together in November. In December, we start our New York Beauty sew along too. So we're going to have the 4S collaboration, the New York Beauties, the cotton cuts. We've got a lot of stuff happening and I'm so excited to be able to share it all with you. And then I'll get to tell you all about classes for legit kits. It's a lot of fun. Busy, but so much fun. I'm so excited for all of it. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, and I will see you all tonight on Stephanie's if you're doing the cotton cuts, or Tuesday night for the 2-color quilt challenge. All right, thanks everybody. Talk to you soon.